Welcome in here to West Prairie as we get ready for basketball action for the varsity contest here. Got something in my mouth and it was just not working well with my speaking. So I will step aside for a moment. You'll hear me in the background. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me remind you once again, the West Prairie Class of 2028 After Prom Committee having a bidding for a dessert auction ends at the halftime of this varsity contest. And that is all going on tonight. They're accepting cash, check, Venmo, and PayPal. So help support them and don't stay right in your seats after the game as we will honor the West Prairie, Northwestern, and Colchester alumni here tonight. Good evening and welcome to West Prairie Junior Senior High School for tonight's matchup between the Chargers of Illini West and your West Prairie Cyclones! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen and ladies, remove your caps for the play of our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and now the starting lineups. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Illini West Chargers. Number 3, Ella Shutwell. Number 4, Lainey Housewright. Number 5, Kennedy Gunning. Number 10, Reagan Reed. And number 24, Madison Quisenberry. Chargers are coached by Grant Supernaught, assisted by Stephen Patrick and Michaela Gooding. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time to meet the starting lineup for your West Prairie Cyclones. Number 4, Madison McClure. Number 10, Josie Hodges. Number 11, Emily Martin. Number 21, Peyton Mugaroo. And number 24, Ashlyn Tilley. Cyclones are coached by Grant Bland, assisted by Lauren Powell, Michael Purdy, and Maddie Palmer. Officials for tonight's game, Nick Knowles, Scott Paulson, and Alan Thompson. Good luck to both teams this season. And a sophomore freshman lineup on the floor for the Cyclones here this evening. As Madeline Sullivan on the bench so far. And the Illini West Chargers have it first. They in the orange uniforms, navy numerals, trimmed in white. And the Cyclones in the home whites, black numerals, trimmed in silver. And with it now, dribbling on the way is Ella Shutwell. Shutwell down to the far side, looking to set up a screen from Quisenberry. Over to Gunning, swinging it out there, working for Laney Housewright. She'll spot up the three. Sports corner three. Run off the bat for the Illini West Chargers. As they make it 3-0 here. Martin over to Hodges. Hodges working up here, has Ashlyn Kelly open on the far side corner. Cross courts it for McGrew. And throws it. Reagan Reed picking it up. Heading in the lane, puts it up. She is fouled on the way through. And she'll be up at the free throw line. Peyton McGrew picking up her first personal, first on the team as well. And glad you're alongside here for sports action. And you know what, folks? I almost reverted back to form and said WCAZ. No, it's TSSR Game Time Live. Old habits die hard, folks. 7:22 mark here, the first quarter of play. Second one up and on the way. Reed no good, and down with the rebounds, Ashlyn Kelly quickly up to Hodges. Lob it into the middle for McGrew. McGrew over for McClure. McClure three on the way. A little short. And Gunning down with the rebound as Martin gives her chase. 4-0, Illini West. Works it here, Shutwell out top, puts it on the bounce. And goes to the far side, looking to set up a screen by Gunning. And I see Mama Raylene out here in the crowd watching her here tonight. And I saw Grandpa's here as well, Randy Boston. As that one missed, and the rebound pulled out of there by Martin. Up to Kelly, up to McClure. McClure traveled with it. She kind of lost her balance, turned the ball over. .6:43 mark here, the first quarter of play. 4-0 lead, Illini West. Housewright brings it to Ella Shutwell. To Gunning. Over to Reed. Reed looking to drive on McGrew. McGrew, nice defense, but Reed found a hole anyway and makes it 6-0. Josie Hodges will dribble it up here. And if you're listening at home or viewing at home, let us know where you're watching us from. Here on TSSR Game Time Live, McGrew. Kelly. Kelly looking to dribble, comes back to Martin. Martin cross courts it, and that one nearly picked. McClure tried to get it to feed it to McGrew, and Gunning's able to steal it. Gunning wheeling it out of there. Shutwell traveled as she went to pass it. I think she was looking at Quisenberry, but turned and couldn't get it there. So 6-minute mark here, this first quarter of play. It is a 6-0 in favor of Illini West. So down in the corner to Kelly, up to McGrew, back to Kelly. Jumped out quick by Housewright, pass. No, okay, and Gunning nearly with the steal, now has it. Whips it over to Shutwell, and Shutwell will lead the charge up the court. The charge of the Chargers. Off to Reed. Reed looking to get a pick from Gunning. Shoots three. That one no good, and Gunning able to snag the board over to Reed. Back and down, finds Quisenberry wide open, in and good. 8-0 Illini West, 5:19 left to go here in this first quarter play. Hodges to Martin. Over to McGrew. Not sure if Sullivan will play at all here tonight. She is on the bench. And Martin lobs that one up to McClure, down to Hodges. Hodges bouncing back to McClure. She'll put up the three, no good. And the rebound, Kennedy Gunning down with it. She'll take it up the court here. Looks to load it to Housewright. Nope, keeps it herself. Now to Housewright. Long two on the way. It is good. The Lady Chargers 10-0 lead here. 4:48 left to go in this first quarter play. We'll take this timeout. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Coming in for whether it's OB or just your women's health can be a very scary, kind of daunting experience. So it's nice that we have this welcoming, state-of-the-art space to bring our patients into. I think the best part of my job is being able to take care of women and just make them feel empowered and know that we're here for them, that their problems are real, that their concerns are real, and we just want to give them the best care possible. Nothing makes me feel better than when my patients tell me this is the most comfortable they've ever felt at a women's health exam.
Back here is Ashlyn Kelly. Will look to trigger it direct as Emily Martin triggering inbounds to Josie Hodges. Hodges working up here against Shutwell. Across the timeline, Reed jumps at her over to Martin. Martin throwing it just over the outstretched hands of Reed to Hodges. Hodges cornered and traveled with it. She went down to one knee, came back up, and they turn it over. Grant Supernaut, the head coach of the Illini West Chargers, been there for quite some time, 13 years, and that seemed like a long, long time. As Quisenberry gets it out top, they bounce it for Housewright, and Martin, an ear steal, taps it out of bounds, and they'll reload it. And official Nick Knowles, somebody lost a hair tie. It was not me. I doubt it was Nick Knowles. Housewright ready to trigger it inbounds. Looking into Shutwell, gets it to her in the backcourt. She'll bring it across. And we'll come down the lane. It turns on the near side, pick from Gunning. Wanted the pick and roll, couldn't get it to Quisenberry to Reed. You have to watch her, definite gunner and top scorer for this Charger team. Housewright wheeling into the lane, over to Shutwell, around McClure, bouncing over to Gunning, up with it, yes, and it counts. And so gets the biscuit in the basket, and ready's the next one. Gunning on the way with it. Free throw is no good. Ashlyn Kelly will take the rebound out. 12-0 lead here. And they tried to loop it up for Josie Hodges, but couldn't get it to her. And we'll see Ava Shutwell check in. Ava will replace Ella. And I know Maya's an 8th grader. No Shutwell on the way. Hodges with it, holds, takes a bounce out of there, nearly picked by Gunning. Was looking for Kelly, couldn't get to her, and Gunning able to pick it away. Ava Shutwell ahead of the pack. In the lane, basket is good. 14-0 lead here, 3.5 and change left to go here. Gunning picking the pass off. Martin stopping her, the Gunning gets it to go. And makes it 16-0. And Reed just knocks that one away from Emily Martin in the lane. She goes up, fouled, and it counts. And so checking in now, Olivia Johnson for Quisenberry. And Reed at the free throw line. It is 18-0 now. Reed on the way. Shot is good. And ups it to 19-0 here. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Hodges down in the corner to Kelly. Up to McGrew. McGrew puts it on the floor. Back to Kelly. Kelly in the lane to McGrew. Out to Martin. Playing a little hot tater with it. McClure picked up her dribble. Is she balling? Well, I guess they did give her the bobble. Tried to get it into Kelly. Couldn't get it. And it'll go out to bounds. Off of West Prairie. It is 19-0 here. Inbounds comes over for Housewright. Housewright walks it up. And over to Reed. Reed quickly into Gunning. Gunning quick shot on the way. No good. Rebound Peyton McGrew out of there with it. And is dribbling up the floor. Gunning able to pick it back. And that's going to bring Ava Shutwell up the floor. She is stolen by Martin. Actually, Reed ran into her. Substitutions coming for the Chargers. Natalie Wibble will check in. As Gunning and Housewright go out, I'll get the other one here in just a second. As Anna Jacob will check in. For Reed. Reed quickly to Johnson. Johnson bounces over for Shutwell. And they bring it back for Reed. Wide open three. Ring it up for a Sports Corner three. It makes it 22-0. 22-0 Charger lead here. Josie Hodges will pull up. She'll take the 18-footer. A little too hard. Johnson the rebound. Bounces out and Shutwell on the run. Ava Shutwell will pull it up. And Johnson. Johnson shoots. Can't get it to go. McGrew had the rebound. Wibble tapped it away, and Ava Shutwell out of there with it. Over to Reed. Reed quickly down to Wibble. Sure shot on the way. No good. And Hodges the board. Minute 45 left in this first quarter. Hodges up with it over to McClure. McClure Over for, tried to get it to Kelly, couldn't in, and Martin threw it through her hands and out of bounds. Haley Hendricks will check in for West Prairie. Emily Martin will go out. And Housewright's going to come back in. She's going to replace Reed. $22-0 lead here. Housewright kicks it over for Ava Shutwell. Bounces in the corner. Wibble gives an eye to it and passes up for Housewright. Shutwell in the lane for Jacobs. She'll try to make a move out to Wibble. And out to Shutwell. 3 is short of the mark. Laney Housewright saves it back in, but touched the end line, so it'll go back over to West Prairie. Minute 15 left to go here in the first quarter. And we go under a minute as Hodges brings it up to Hendricks. Hendricks to McGrew. To McClure, out to Hendricks. Hendricks down for Hodges. Hodges had a look at McGrew, didn't go. Over to McClure as they run up a high 1-4 set. And Ashlyn Kelly going up, misses a shot. Rebound pulled out of there by Shutwell. Shutwell in a hurry up the court, bounces out to Housewright. Housewright to Shutwell. Shutwell to Wibble. Wibble. Down they'll work it for Shutwell. Shutwell lobs it up for Housewright. She'll put up the 3. He rattles out. Peyton McGrew out of there with the rebound in the middle of 3 Charger ladies. And that foul will be whistled on Natalie Wibble, Jr. Kelly brings it into Hodges. Hodges will walk it up here. 22-0 the lead here. 17 seconds left to go. They bring it out to McClure. McClure shot on the way, no good. Hendricks the shot, she'll shoot it, no good. McGrew the rebound, she puts it up, and we've got a foul. I believe they're going to whistle Johnson with it. And that's going to put Peyton McGrew up at the free throw line with 9 seconds left. McGrew's free throw bounces out, no good. Ready's the second one. It is no good as well. The rebound in the hands of Wibble. And she's going to take off up the court over to Housewright. Housewright 3 on the way. It's good. Sports Corner 3 to end the first quarter of play. 25-0. Illini West leading here. We're going to thank some of our very fine sponsors. They include MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it. In 2025, MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems. The McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability today. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms, also provide on-site jewelry repairs, and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street, Macomb, between Airco and Taco Bell. It'll be West Prairie basketball to start the second quarter of play, as it'll be Josie Hodges, Ashlyn Kelly, Haley Hendricks, Peyton McGrew, and Madison at McClure. And McClure trying to get out of there in a lot of trouble. And we've got a tie-up. Nice job there by Olivia Frazier. Olivia Frazier, Ella Shutwell, Laney Housewright. Also out there is Madison Quisenberry and Reagan Reed. Chargers coming out here as the Cyclones lock on defense and man-to-man, looking for Reed.
House right through the lane, kick out. And Frazier cut off there, trapped. Out to Reed. Reed down the lane, out to Shutwell. Shot is on the way, no good. Reed had the rebound. It was knocked away. Quisenberry picks it up. Out to Housewright. It's no good. Reed another rebound. Spins in there, shoot shot, and there will be a foul. And it's going to be whistled on Ashlyn Kelly. On Kelly, that is her first. On the team there, first in the second quarter is 7 minutes, 10 seconds. Mark here of this second quarter. Reed at the line. Free throw is good. And it's 26-0. Second one on the way. Got it. It makes it 27-0 here. As Hodges, there was Mason Shipman will come in just a moment. A high 1-4 set. And the Cyclones needing to move a little bit here. Not a lot of movement going on. Now out to Kelly. Hard to get it to McGrew, and Housewright able to steal it. Housewright in the lane, goes up, puts it up and in. 29-0. As Hodges looking to bounce it up to McClure. McClure dribbles down to the corner, up to Hendricks. Hendricks holds it above her head to Kelly. Ashlyn Kelly to Hodges. Hodges, it's picked from McGrew. Down to Kelly. Kelly out to McClure. She'll put the shot up, a little short. And Reed the rebound. She's got Frazier way ahead of her. Frazier dribbled it off her foot in the lane. Line shift as Ava Shutwell, Natalie Wibble, also Anna Jacob, Kennedy Gunning, and also Olivia Johnson come in. Passes over to Kelly, up to McGrew. Pete McGrew trying to dribble on Gunning, and they're going to whistle a blocking foul on Gunning. Inbounds to Mason Shipman. Shipman down for Hendricks. Hendricks in the corner for Kelly. She'll put up the shot. No good, and the rebound pulled out of there by Johnson. And off to Ava Shutwell. Off to Gunning. Gunning a bounce to Jacob. Down in the corner to Wibble. Wibble up to Shutwell. She'll dribble on the lane. Put up shot. Won't go. And a rebound foul. It'll go on Johnson. She reached over the back. The second on the Chargers here. 5.5 and rolling here in this quarter. They bring it out for McGrew. McGrew back to Kelly. To Shipman. Shipman driving down. They're going to create something. Goes up and gets fouled by Wibble. Hey, that works. Creating something in there. 29-0 here. Chargers with the lead. And Shipman, free throw on the way. It is no good. Ready's the next one. Free throw is no good. And Ava Shutwell will bring it out of there. Ava Shutwell dribbling up here. Out to Natalie Wibble, trying to bounce into Jacob. Jacob making a move on McGrew. Out to Johnson. She'll put up the shot short. And Peyton McGrew the rebound. McGrew to Shipman. 5 minutes left here in this first half. Over to Hodges for McGrew. McGrew working on Gunning. Has it picked away by Shutwell. And they dribble up the far side to Gunning. Gunning holds down into Jacob. Jacob. The paint to Johnson, out to Wibble. She'll shoot shot. Won't go, but Gunning right there for the board. She missed it. And Johnson's going to be fouled by either Shipman or Hendricks. Johnson at the free throw line now. Up and on the way, and no good. Ready's the second one. No good, and the rebound tip. McGrew's out of there with it. Off to Hodges. And for the Cyclones here, got to find offense somewhere. Used to having Madeline Sullivan and setting things up off her, but going to have to find somebody that's going to score here. McGrew out top with it, over to Shipman. Shipman looking for Hendricks. Comes to Hodges. Hodges rolling out of the corner. Over to Shipman. Shipman has it tapped, but recovers it. Tried to throw it to McGrew and has it through the her hands into Gunning. Gunning to the Wibble. Bounces past Jacob. Gunning pulls up for the 18-footer. No good. And Ashlyn Kelly dribbling up the floor. It has it tipped and knocked out of bounds. It'll go over to Illini West. Line shift again. Ella Shutwell, also Olivia Frazier, Reagan Reed, Madison Quisenberry coming in, along with Laney House right back in for the Chargers. And for the Chargers, watching how they're deployed here, they kind of do, in the JV game anyway, ran the kind of a wheel thing. Looking to load into Quisenberry. She shoots shot, won't go. Chased her own rebound. Hendricks gets it. And now Shipman's out of there. Goes to throw it up the floor and traveled. Well, that's one of those you tell the kid, slow down. You're fine. Reed going to trigger. Shutwell looking to go back lane, and that is Ella Shutwell off to House Right. House Right pulls it up, nearly picked away by McGrew. To Reed, watch the quick ball movement there. And now Frazier right around. Nice bounce to Quisenberry. Couldn't quite handle it and double dribbled it. Madison McClure coming back in. She'll replace Mason Shipman for West Prairie. And in it comes to Josie Hodges. Hodges works it up here. Comes over to McClure. McClure, they're trying to get a screen from McGrew. Wasn't able to get it. Now to Kelly. Over to Hodges. Hodges looks in for Hendricks, but has her pass tapped out of bounds by Ella Shutwell. We've got a timeout called by Grant Bland and West Prairie. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Back here has 29-0 the lead here. And the inbounds comes to Peyton McGrew. McGrew picked up a drill, tried to throw it to McClure, and Housewright able to kind of pick it away. Finds Frazier in the lane. Nice spin, blocked by Hendricks, though. And she lobs it up, stolen away by Shutwell. Over for Frazier. Frazier to Housewright. We hit the three to end the first quarter. Over to Quisenberry. She'll load it up, put it up, won't go. And the rebound, Reed had it for a moment. Tripped and fell. I'm not sure whether they knocked knees or what happened there. But Reed is up. Hodges comes up with it. Looks over, bounces to Kelly. Kelly wheeling over. They looked at Hodges in the paint. She'll take Shutwell to the basket. Puts it up. Missed it, but got the foul. And now Josie Hodges will shoot it. Hodges ready from the free throw line. Free throw is up and no good. Madeline Tones will check in here. He replaces Haley Hendricks. And ready's the second one. It is on the way. No good. Rebound tipped. And Tones almost had it. Quisenberry gets it off to Reed. Reed will lead the charge for the Chargers. Makes a hesitation bounce out to Shutwell. 3 up. No good. And the rebound out in the hands of Frazier. Frazier swinging to Reed. Reed thought about the 3. Drives on McGrew. Back to Quisenberry. Shot is up. No good. Reed the rebound. She puts it up. Can't get it to go. Gets it again. $31-0 here. Minute and a half left to go in this first half of play. Frazier the steal. Kelly giving chase. Goes up. Makes it in good. 33-0. Now here comes Hodges into the front court. Looks for Kelly. Kelly, quick shot on the way. No good. And they're going to whistle Tones, I think, a push from behind. And that is Tones with the push. Quisenberry into Ella Shotwell. Out to Reed, down to Frazier. Frazier passes it, had it knocked away by Tones. Up to Housewright, she'll put up the 3. No good. And McGrew the rebound. McGrew trying to get away from trouble, lobs it up for McClure. McClure for McGrew. McGrew gathers it in, off to Hodges. Looking here, coming up. McClure nearly had it taken away. Gets it back. That one a kick violation. It'll bring it out of bounds, so it'll bring it back over to West Prairie. Inbounds to Hodges. Hodges has it knocked away by Housewright. Tie up on the floor. And who's it going to be? It'll be it is West Prairie basketball. Into McClure, over to Hodges. Hodges. Out top, McClure. McClure will bounce over to Hodges. Hodges trying to get McGrew. The Tones back to McClure. McClure wanted to get a bounce in. And I'm not sure which post player they're trying to load up. Kelly with it, shoots 3, no good. Rebound, McClure had it for a moment. Fight for it on the floor. Frazier's got it. And with 5.9 seconds left, the tie-up brings it over to Illini West. Or pitching the shutout. And again, big part of the offense. Madeline Sullivan not in tonight. As Reed with it will spot the long 3, well off the mark, and that will end the first half of play. 33-0, the lead for the Illini West Chargers. And we'll step aside here again. Dwayne Hulett had a chance to talk to the folks from MDH. Let's take this time out on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome to halftime here. Patrick Osterman with us, and we talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time. The guy running the board right now, kind of crazy.
I don't know if you could get a much higher title running the board behind the scenes of an interview at McDonough District Hospital other than our president and chief executive officer, Bill Murdoch. But we appreciate Bill helping us out.
Yeah, he's game to help with everything. I'm guessing your job has to be a little more relaxed now. He seems to be like a pretty good guy to work with.
I tell you what, Bill has done a fantastic job. You knew just how good of a person he was, having worked with him for the last 5 years prior as our chief financial officer. And when he was promoted to our chief executive officer, I was all excited about it. I think everybody in the organization was very excited about it. You talk about, do you need to do a national search? And our board of directors, I give them all the credit in the world. They listen to the staff. They listen to the community members and said, you got somebody here who knows what they're doing, is a great person, does a great job. He knows the community. He's invested in the community, and it's been a great 2024 so far. And we've got a lot of bright future, a lot of great things that we're looking ahead towards.
Well, it's nice because MDH has been so embedded in the community, right? It is always nice to have somebody at the top and throughout the system that's also embedded in what the community has to offer and needs.
Absolutely. With my job, I do a lot of community relations. I get out, talk with businesses, talk with organizations. And one of the first conversations I had with Bill when he stepped into that new role, he said, Pat, I want to get out in the community. And we've been able to do that. We've gone out and met with our regional healthcare colleagues, CEOs, just talking about what can we do together? Is there anything we can do together? Rural healthcare is tough. There's a lot of challenges we face, but if we work together, maybe play to each other's strengths, I think we can both succeed. And that's the best way that we can help serve our community, help serve the patients that we are here to serve.
Well, and improving your brand is always a good thing, right? Whether it's a hospital or TSSR Game Time Live, improving your brand is a good thing. Getting out in the community helps that, but also expanding your options helps that as well, right?
Absolutely. One of the things you always look at is clinical partnerships. If we can't get a physician here, is there another healthcare organization that we can do what we call a clinical partnership with? Blessing Health is a great example out of Quincy. They bring cardiologists up here, a pulmonologist. We have a urologist that comes up here once a week. So our patients in McDonough County, they don't have to drive down to Quincy or maybe Springfield or maybe Peoria. If we can find those clinical partnerships where they can be seen here in Macomb, it's just a win-win for everybody.
Well, last year we talked about expanding to Monmouth with you. We talked about the pharmacy. As we talked to Bill, the pharmacy is expanding, and I shouldn't say expanding, it's coming to completion. You've done great things, I think, in Monmouth. What's down the road for MDH? Are you at a point that you can talk about anything that's coming?
I think we just got to keep looking on how we can continue to grow, and that's been one of our focal points. We do strategic planning on a quarterly basis. We want to look ahead, 2-3 years down the road, but as we said, there's a lot of dynamics going on in healthcare right now. So if you get too far ahead, you kind of lose sight what could be coming right around the corner. So that's why we try to keep it more of a short term, yet still look ahead to the long term. Like we said, our biggest challenge is how can we continue to grow? We've been here for over 65 years. What can we do as an organization, as a staff, as an administration team to make sure we're still around here for 65 years and beyond?
As public relations guy for the hospital, what do you want to use this opportunity to tell the people that might be watching about MDH in 2024 that's different maybe than what they expected or saw from 2023 or before?
Well, as you just talked about, our clinical expansions, as you said, Monmouth, our MDH Monmouth Clinic, convenience clinic, sports med and rehab. We got great staff up there, and I think that's a common theme. I know Bill talks about this a lot. I 100% on board with this too. I agree 100%. I would think you'd ask any of our staff members, they would say that we got a great team right now. We do a great job working together, and I think that's how we can play to our strengths to help grow. You talked about the community pharmacy. We're excited when that starts coming online and how we can best serve our community. A lot of convenience. I think one thing that we learned from COVID, people love convenience. We got our drive-through labs, and now you got our drive-through community pharmacy. A lot of good things going on. Stay tuned. It's an exciting time right now in our organization.
Well, have some fun at baseball this weekend, okay?
We're going to have some fun. A lot of fall baseball going on as we record this right before the start of high school football season. I know we're going to have a lot of great football games. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this year.
We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
Sometimes the best healing happens at home. MDH Home Healthcare provides skilled services to children or adults in need of nursing or therapy services. MDH Home Healthcare covers McDonough County and portions of Fulton, Hancock, Schuyler, and Warren counties. Specialized expertise in wound care, IV medication administration, medication teaching, and orthopedic care is available to patients in their own home. Visit MDH.org to learn more about home healthcare. The care you need, the comfort of home.
And we are back here getting ready for the second half of play. No, it is not the first quarter because somebody in this program, and it does that. Yep, that's the way it goes for me. The 33-0 here at the half. It's been a bit of a struggle for the Chargers. Of course, they are without Madeline Sullivan tonight. Emily Martin, Josie Hodges, Peyton McGrew, Madison McClure, and Ashlyn Kelly. Kelly with the three, up and good, in a sports corner three to start the second half by Ashlyn Kelly. Gets him on the board, and Lainey Housewright with it. She'll get a pick from Quisenberry. Loops it out for Ella Shutwell in the corner for Reagan Reed. Puts it on to bounce a few times to Gunning. Kennedy Gunning driving in the lane, out to Reed. Reed on the way with the three. No good, and Quisenberry able to chase it off in the corner. Drives in, draws, had Shutwell wide open, now gets Gunning. And in fact, a couple of Chargers got in each other's way. As Martin tries to throw it up, nice catch by Reed on the sideline. And she'll bring it back to the lane, go up, put it up and in. 35-3, back comes West Prairie. And Gunning able to bat it away. Reed steals it. Out to Shutwell. Shutwell to Gunning. Gunning putting it up. Missed it. And the rebound comes out of there. Up to Kelly. Kelly in the corner. Down for McGrew. McGrew making a move on Reed. Able to take it away. And Reed down low. Quisenberry up with it. Out to Reed. Reed three on the way. No good. And a rebound tapped out of there to Ashlyn Kelly. She'll dribble up on Reed. Reed able to poke it away. And Kelly able to poke it back away. Knock it out of bounds. Reagan Reed will trigger in here. 35-3. 6:19 mark of this third quarter. And with it is Shutwell, out to Reed. Reed lobbing down to Quisenberry. She'll take a dribble and got Kelly up in the air. And Quisenberry up at the free throw line. Ready's put it on the way. It is good. The Chargers up it to 36-3. Ready is the next one. Second one's no good. And the rebound, Gunning able to take it away from McGrew. And it'll stay here with Illini West. Shutwell ready to trigger it inbounds. Holds on, waits. Bounces over for Reed. Reed fakes everybody out and goes right up and puts it in. Kind of punked everybody on the way in there. 38-3 lead as Emily Martin works. Picks up that back foot. Traveled as she went to drag that back foot. And now Gunning will bring it inbounds to Shutwell. And Mama Raylene Gunning sitting here. And I have been giving her nothing but static most of the time. Raylene Gunning, or Boston Gunning, as Reed drives in. Hits the underside of the rim. One for Mr. Castleberry, but a foul call. And back in the day, several of their former players, Carthage, LaHarp, Dallas City, here in their legacy players. Reagan Reed, one of those. Housewright. Free throw's good by Reed. And that's what some exciting things on the way for the Chargers, as they have a lot of really good young junior high girls coming along. 8th grade, 7th grade both, and some big numbers. 40-3 here, 5.5 left to go here in this third quarter of play. As they'll bring it down, Kelly will put it up. And out of there with it comes Housewright. Housewright dribbling in, pull up 10-footer, no good. Rebound to Gunning. Gunning to Quisenberry, up and in and good. 42-3. Back the Cyclones come. Hodges very close to skidding her foot there to Kelly in the corner. Up top for Martin. Martin looking for somebody. Needs some movement in their offense here. A little stagnant. As Hodges comes over to Martin. Martin dribbling now. Over to Hodges. Passes for Kelly. Kelly open in the corner. 3 is up. No good. And it is out of there with it. Gunning. Gunning down for Housewright. Housewright faking on McClure. Passes up for Gunning. To Reed. Reed working in on McGrew. Trying to go up and under her. Fouled. Yes. And it counts. I believe that will be on Ashlyn Kelly from underneath. And that'll put Reagan Reed up at the free throw line. And we'll have wholesale substitutions. As Reed at the free throw line. Shot is up and good. And we'll get those substitutions for you now, as it is in the ball game. Anna Jacob, Olivia Johnson, also Natalie Wibble. Pass down to Kelly in the corner, guarded by Jacob. Olivia Frazier on there as well. As Martin works it to Kelly. Kelly holds, passes for Martin. Martin giving a look around, back to Hodges. Hodges squeezing it, sending it out, down in the corner to Kelly. And dribble wheeling around, coming over to the near side, trying to look in to possibly get it into McGrew. Couldn't. Now works it out there, up to Shutwell. Shutwell in the lane, no good. Rebound. Emily Martin pulls it out of there. 3:45 left to go here in the third, 45-3. Leader down in the corner to Kelly. And try to throw it in, kicked by Shutwell. And they'll bring it to the sideline. Josie Hodges will trigger it in now. Hodges. Into McGrew. McGrew making a move on Johnson. Tried to kick it out to Kelly. Shutwell was waiting for her. Bouncing up to Wibble. Wibble jumped at by Martin. Over to Frazier. Down in the lane. Johnson couldn't get her hands on it. Lost it out of bounds. And they'll go back the other way. Hodges, JoJo Hodges dribbling up here. Oh, I call her JoJo. Josie works it down to the near side to McClure. McClure giving a look at McGrew. Had her. That passed it up to Martin. Over to Kelly. Out to Hodges. Over to Martin. Kelly with it. Getting a breaking free in the lane. She'll be fouled as she went up. And Ashlyn Kelly will be up at the free throw line. Had the lone 3 in the game. And that foul will be whistled on Anna Jacob from behind. Ashlyn Kelly at the free throw line. Free throws up. And no good. Mason Shipman in and Emily Martin out. Kelly at the free throw line. Second one's up, and it's good. So 45-4. And the Chargers come back the other way. They find Frazier underneath. She'll kick it out for Wibble, up to Johnson. Johnson in, they get Shutwell. Shutwell over to Frazier. Frazier. Jacob over to Wibble. Wibble shot on the way. It is no good. And Ashlyn Kelly had the rebound. Frazier gets it back, bounces to Johnson. She'll put it up and able to put it home. 47-4 here. And they bring it up to Kelly in the corner again, who she'll shoot shot a little short. And Shutwell's out of there with it. Shutwell dribbling into the lane. Out to Frazier around Hodges. Up, no good. Partially blocked by McGrew. And they come back the other way. They throw it up. Wibble steals it away. Minute 55 left to go here. Third quarter. Shipman out to Shutwell. Shutwell on the way with it. Out to Wibble. Nobody picked her up. Bounces to Johnson as McGrew comes over. Missed it. Picked it up and is fouled. Johnson at the free throw line. First one on the way, good. And a nice shot there, 48-4. Second one's good. And it makes it a 49-4 here. A minute 40 left to go in the ball game. They hand it off to McGrew. McGrew over to McClure. McClure into McGrew. Out to Shipman. She'll put up a three. Won't go. Rebound tipped. And I think it's off of two Chargers. Oh, and they're going to say actually it is Illini West ball. And with a minute 27 left, they'll bring it in here. Shutwell bouncing it up for Jacob. Jacob going to dribble, goes up, won't get it to go. Rebound batted out of bounds. And they're going to keep it with Illini West. Wibble for Shutwell. Shutwell driving on Kelly for Johnson. Johnson shoots shot. It is short. Jacob the rebound, puts it up, puts it in. Nobody had her on the block out, and Jacob wide open, 51-4. Over to McClure. McClure looked at McGrew in second. Shipman dribbling lane. Does it put it up, puts it off the side of the backboard. And Frazier going to be fouled from behind by Shipman. And that is the fifth on the Cyclone team. And we'll see who's going to be up at the free throw line. I believe it is going to be Frazier. Frazier settles herself in there. Free throw's on the way. No good. Free throw is no good. No, ready the next one. And it is no good. Johnson got the board, though. And now to Jacob. Jacob over to Wibble. Wibble shoots shot, puts it home and good. 53-4. And back to come. Kelly puts up shot, no good. And the rebound, Peyton McGrew snaps it up over to Shipman. Shipman holding on with it. And we'll have a foul whistled there. Frazier going to pick that one up. And now they'll settle in again as the Chargers work it or the Cyclones work it for the last 28 seconds of the quarter. Shipman looking to dribble, lost the handle on it, over to Kelly. Kelly steps up three, no good. And Hodges the rebound. Hodges puts up another three, no good, and the rebound tipped out. McGrew trying to tip it out to Madison McClure. And the Chargers will bring it in. Shutwell dribbles it across the timeline here. 5 seconds left to go. Frazier. And Shutwell, three is good. End of the quarter, dropping it home was Ava Shutwell. So the Sports Corner three makes it 58-4. At the end of three, let's take this time out on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck. and get an education that stands out.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
And we are back here. Mason Shipman, a steal to start the quarter, puts it in and good. It makes it 55-6. Ella Shutwell out there along with Frazier, Jacob, Johnson, and Wibble. Wibble in the corner, wide open, shot on the way, no good. Mason Shipman the rebound. And Shipman stepped on the sideline as she went up the sideline. And it is Shipman, Peyton McGrew, Josie Hodges, Haley Hendricks, and Janelle Heaton for West Prairie. Shutwell with it. Over to Frazier, down for Wibble. Up to Shutwell, over to Frazier. Frazier works us down to 7 minutes left in the game. Johnson fakes. She gets Hendricks up. Shutwell shot is no good. Rebound, Jacob had it. And Hendricks takes it away from her, off to Shipman. Shipman in the lane, traveled. She tried to set her feet. And on the way with it, Shutwell brings it up. And I think Frazier's trying to get her to shoot a three. She didn't. Wibble with it, looking for Johnson. Johnson, above her head, bounces, and it's stolen by Josie Hodges. Hodges fouled by Frazier. And the Cyclones will bring it in. They're triggered in and coming to Shipman. Shipman gives a look. Cross courts it for Hodges. Hodges to McGrew. McGrew out top. Over to Shipman. Shipman waits, looks to dribble. And a hold on Wibble. As the clock rolls here, 56-6. Inbound to Shipman. Shipman three on the way, no good. Hendricks the board. And she'll work it out of there over to Hodges. Hodges has it taken away by Frazier. As they'll go to work here. Sorry, folks. It happens when you're old and you got to stand up. Can only sit so long, especially on these hard plastic chairs. Shutwell brings it across the timeline here as she'll look to set it up. Bounces down for Frazier, open for a moment. Bounces to Johnson. She'll shoot shot. Won't get it to go. And McGrew had it for a second, lost it out of bounds. They'll keep it here. Wibble readies to trigger. Wibble for Jacob, and she'll be fouled but it's on the floor. Wibble looks to trigger it inbounds. M for Shutwell. Shutwell to Frazier, who backs it on out of there. We work down to 4 minutes left. To Johnson. Johnson holds on Hendricks. To Frazier to Jacob. Jacob out to Wibble. They work it in the corner to Frazier. Had Johnson for a moment. Tried to get out to Jacob. Comes out to Wibble. Wibble down the lane out to Shutwell. Shot is on the way. No good. Hodges the rebound. And Josie Hodges traveled with it. She pick up her dribble. 3.5 left to go in the ball game. 56-6 the lead for the Illini West Chargers, who will go to 15-12 on the season. Looking to round into form as they head into regional play in a couple weeks. Johnson with it to Wibble over to Shutwell. They're trying to load Jacob. Johnson with the long shot, no good, and the rebound, Shipman down with it. Mason Shipman dribbling in the lane, drives up, puts up shot, won't go. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with West Prairie. Time counting away. As Hodges looks to trigger, watches Hendricks go up, set a screen into McGrew. McGrew bounces over to Hodges. Hendricks and Heaton are in the same place. I didn't think they quite realized that. As Shipman with it. Tried to get in the post, picked away by Johnson. Off to Shutwell. Shutwell up to Frazier. Bounces to Wibble. Nice fast break. Missed the lay-in though. And they're able to get their own rebound. Johnson out to to Frazier. No good. Comes back to Wibble. Over to Shutwell. Shutwell back out to Frazier. Countdown under 2 minutes. As Jacob brings it over to Wibble. Wibble to Johnson. Puts the three up, no good, and the rebound, Haley Hendricks down with it. Off to Mason Shipman. Throws it a little too high and out of bounds over the head of Peyton McGrew. I'll turn it over here. Shutwell will bring it up over to Frazier. Frazier. Shutwell out to Jacob. Jacob bounces over for Shutwell. Shutwell looks back at Wibble. Wibble wide open, pumps the three, no good, and McGrew the rebound. Out of there to Hodges. Hodges up to McGrew. McGrew down the lane, goes up on Jacob, no good. Fight for it, and they'll stay with West Prairie. Addie Stanberry is going to check in. She'll replace Peyton McGrew for West Prairie. 56-6. Right here as shot. Heaton got the rebound, put it up. Can't get it to go, and we go under a minute here. Shutwell across the timeline. Now we picked it out to Johnson. Johnson spots a three. Got it! And Olivia Johnson drains the three, the Sports Corner three. It makes it 59-6 as the Cyclones work. Hendricks out to Johnson, or to Hodges. Into Heaton. Heaton puts it up, can't get it to go. Addie Stanberry the rebound. Fault for, and we got a jump ball. Possession arrow, we'll say West Prairie. Right again, into Addie Stanberry. She'll put up the three, rolls out. Rebound to Shutwell. Shutwell dribbles it up. Make a wide open layup, put it up, and put it in. And that will finish it off here. As going to be 61-6 the final. As the Illini West Chargers take out the West Prairie Cyclones here at Colchester. That's going to wrap things up for them here. This is, of course, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on.